Good evening, my friends. I had a little topic that popped into my head and I wanted to just put it out there. Um, Another thing to just clear something up for people. I suppose this is mainly for people in recovery of some kind, whether it's limbic recovery or otherwise. And that is this. I have a lot of people ask me, like, is this a core belief? I think this is a core belief I'm working on. Or tell me, like, I think I have these core beliefs. And whenever people say that to me, it's usually a very basic limbic, like, again, 3-year-old limbic driven fear, just like a very basic fear. It's not, or pattern, it's not a core belief. And this is the thing about core beliefs, because of the nature of them being core to who we are, a lot of times we don't see those patterns. So the key to knowing whether something is a core belief or whether it's a more surface level fear-based pattern is, a lot of times with a core belief, the way you know it's a core belief is that you feel stuck, you feel like you're plateauing, and you can't quite figure out why. And this is another thing that's common if people are using a program and they're doing the program, but they're not able to implement it properly, no matter how hard they try, because of various patterns that are keeping them from doing that. And there can be so many different patterns. But people who, a lot of people who've tried to implement a program and they can't, like they are not able to implement the program correctly, it's usually because of a core belief. They're usually in the background, they're usually below or almost behind the scenes, behind the curtain, below the surface. You can't see them. So if you're struggling against something and you can't implement your tools properly, or you've tried to implement any program and it's not working, again, this isn't always the case, but it's definitely something I see often. That's usually a core belief. It's also something where a lot of times when people actually reach, the second stage of recovery and limbic recovery, I usually am the one telling someone, like, that's a core pattern that's happening, because a lot of times people are like, why is this happening? I don't understand what's going on. So know that if something is easily identifiable, it's probably a surface level thing that you can see, and if it's not, it's a core belief. So that's when you get curious about, like, what you believe about yourself, what you believe you're worthy of. A lot of times there's this lack of worthiness, that we're not worthy of recovering, we're not worthy of health and well-being and abundance and fulfilling our potential and being amazing and feeling good and feeling happy. Or there's oftentimes, and I have this one quite deeply, this feeling that by choosing to recover, we're somehow taking away from other people's lives. Like, by choosing to take what we need for ourselves, we are taking that away from someone else, and that means someone else is going to have less. And that's a scarcity mindset pop. And the bottom line is, the more you have, the more you have to give. So the better you are, the better off you are, the better off everyone around you is going to be. So those are just a couple really basic ones I see a lot. And it creates a lot of background patterns of self-sabotage that can come in the form of procrastination, or just lots of sneaky patterns the limbic system will bring out to keep us from moving forward. So yeah, and most of it, and that's why I'm a recovery coach, and I'm not attached to any particular program, because a lot of times people need to, a lot of us, we need to work on background patterns that will allow any program to be successful. We have to create the correct container for any particular set of tools to actually be effective. So I say that to offer hope for people who've been implementing a program but feel like they're getting stuck, or have tried different programs for various kinds of recovery and they can't seem to stick to one. That's really common too. Like, if you've tried, any solution for some particular problem you've been having your whole life and just nothing seems to work, usually it's a core belief problem. So I almost considered self-titling myself like a core beliefs coach, because that's my favorite thing to work with, because it's so powerful and they're really quite simple to change. It's just a matter of having the awareness and knowledge and being consistent about it. So anyways, I hope that provides some clarity and hope for y'all out there who are wondering about what's core beliefs, what's surface level stuff, and maybe why your tools aren't getting you the results you want. So there's hope. It can be done. It is, and rewiring core beliefs, again, in my experience, it's just, oh God, it's so rewarding because it's the thing that has made like so many aspects of my life that just used to be such a constant struggle into like totally effortless. I never could have imagined what life could be like when you change those patterns. So the work it takes is real and it works. But it's amazing. So that is my offering to you this evening, my friends, and I will speak with you soon. Mwah!